Hi, my name is Tinjwe Goloda. I'm an accountant. I go by the name of Stash. Those who know me call me Stash. So welcome to my channel, and this channel is about finances. Basically, we're gonna be talking about money. Those who know me know that I love money. So that's why I decided to do this YouTube channel. And this is my first video. Okay, so here, I want us to have a family whereby we are teaching each other. So before I got distracted, I was saying I want us to build a family where we are teaching each other and advising each other on finances, and like share our stories, so that we can also help someone that has not made the mistakes that we've made, so that they don't even start, because financial mistakes are very costly, very costly. So I think it is, I'm loving this energy of our generation, where we are trying by all means to fight poverty and trying by all means to fight being indebted, So this channel basically is about that. I want us to talk. I'll share my experiences. I'm not a financial advisor, just a disclaimer. I'll also share some of my knowledge on tax. I'm also not a tax practitioner. I actually have a friend who's a tax practitioner. So if you are interested, I can hook you up. I can plug you. I feel like saying hook you up is a bit, not a nice term to use. But yeah. So today I want to share with you, as my first video, I want to share a story time, a story on how I actually noticed or realized that I actually love money. How my grandmother taught me about money, actually, because she's the woman behind this, to be quite honest, because she's the one who made me realize that I actually love money. So growing up, I didn't grow up, on a rich family. It was just, we were poor. Not really that poor, but we were poor. I grew up with my grandmother. I was staying with my grandmother. So my grandmother used to sell some sweets and chips and ice. If Niayas Roma Kaya takes the ice, I was one of them. So whereby what takes the ice, eat chips, amalopis. I'm not talking about snacks here in knickknacks. No, amalopis. So that's what my grandmother used to sell. And when we were going to school, she used to give us some of the sweets and some of amalopis to sell at school. So I was one of those kids, grandkids, who was willing to sell on behalf of my grandmother. So when I was at school, I don't know what happened actually. So when I used to sell, I used to do so great, and I could see that I'm making a great money here. That time I'm in primary, imagine. So I decided to ask my grandmother that the money that I sell, the profit I make from the money that I sell, can she give it to me so that I can start my own business? I also want to sell some sweets, but now I'm not selling for you, I'm selling for me. I want to make my own profit. So that's exactly how I started. So I used to sell those sweets, and I used to make money enough back in that time, and the aim was to save. I don't know how I knew about saving at that time, because I was still in primary, but at the back of my mind, I wanted to save, and I wanted to buy myself some clothes, because during that time, since we were staying with my grandmother, when my mom comes back, she used to come back during holidays. only then we would get some clothes, and nalapho only for winter clothes and also for Christmas. Otherwise, during the month you are going for shopping. No, honey, there was no money for that. So I wanted to buy clothes for myself because I loved clothes. So I decided that, okay, I'm going to use. Okay, guys, so as I was saying, apologies for this distraction. I keep being distracted, and the reason for that is because I stay by the road, so there's a lot of cars going up and down, and they make so much noise, so they annoy me and they disturb my video. As I was saying, so I started saving for myself, and I bought clothes for myself in primary. I was not even in grade 7. Imagine. I remember this other time whereby my sister would never forget Leomi. Like, she would never forget Leomi, because this is what happened. I had money. Okay, so it's called transport, né? So we used to have a transport from home to school. And the transport was so unreliable. It was so unreliable to a point whereby we used to sometimes walk from school to town. And when we are going to town, we are going there to ask for help, to ask for assistance, so that someone can take us home. So during that time, we used to walk, and we would be so hungry, because sometimes, okay, I think the school was Saspela 3 school, and then I think Motu I bet who forced us kamisepa, like I bet who forced kamisilinde transport. So we would end up walking to town because we want to go to the police station. Siyo ikhala phana sitsho ukuthi transport ayisilandanga, can they please take us home? So ndithi abethu force kamisepa esikolweni silambe, and silambe sonke ndibe ngiqonda andizikhupha 2 AM imali sana. Le imali bendiyiseyivele uba ndiyozenzela shopping, not ubana kutyityiwe apha esikolweni okanye ityiwe apha etransportini. And kaloku if mna ndizithengela ukutya, do you understand uba I have to buy for everyone because baninzi. And ke ngoku siphuma from esikolweni sethu siya kwesinye isikolo siyolanda abanye, siyalandana up until siyofika etown. So imagine aba bantu abangaka kufuneka ndibathengele, spend my money, ndandingakhuphi nditsho nakwistock sam for uba umntu abambe umoya. Sasilamba sithi saside siyofika apho siyakhona. That is how strict I am, Kesana, on money. That is how strict I am when it comes to money. That's the discipline I taught myself without even realizing that I'm teaching myself a financial discipline during that time. Without even realizing that I'm teaching myself how to save. But I taught myself how to save. My granny actually taught me money, how to handle money. So those things are one of the things that have helped me and groomed me when it comes to money. 2, and those are stories for other days because it's actually a long story. 2, my granny used to take us with when she's going for your prayer. I see a pa at bank a holy mania pension. Why am I not son? Was chinchanisa again? Was chinchanisa? This month, woman alone, Suguran. Next month, woman, that month, woman. So we used to exchange, and even that taught me money. It taught me how to manage finances because umakuwa ithembele ngathi uthembele ngawo wona mntwamba nawo ubana okay uzobala pha uba irice imalini imilini imalini, like you are the one who's actually assisting her. And that time but it actually helped me. It really did help me. I don't know about others, but it helped me. So this is my first video. I hope that you guys are going to support me and support this channel. Let's grow together. like and subscribe. That's not what they say. Actually, like and subscribe, share. See you on another video. Bye.